thank you for joining us. We're Bly and Holly and we live aboard 34 Vampires as continuous cruisers. Join us as we travel the canals of the UK through cities, towns and beautiful countryside. From peaceful mornings on the water to navigating busy locks, we share it all. Our adventures, the occasional mishaps, the beautiful scenery, our daily life and the wonderful wildlife around us. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. This is Holly and Bly at 34 Vampires on our continuous cruising adventure onwards. In this vlog we'll be looking at Marple and going ahead and having a look and kind of sussing out our mooring and looking at what's there, because there's a flight of 16 locks there and there's also the highest aqueduct in the UK that I believe is something like 70 foot high that we'll also be going over. So we're going to go ahead of time, have a look and kind of suss out a mooring spot and go and look at the local area. It's still not quite a year since we started our continuous cruising journey, which is why we like to kind of go ahead and suss out where we can. But the first thing that we did in our last mooring was actually go and suss out the local pub as well and have a look at that, and that was called the Spread Eagle, and that was really nice. It wasn't actually that far from Marple, it was probably even walking distance, although it would have actually have been a bit of a walk. And this was right next door to the church that you actually saw us visit the graveyard in our last vlog. We've actually both been unwell lately as well, so that kind of all put us a little bit behind. I was in bed with a virus for 2 days, then Bly had it for 4 days, then no sooner was he getting over that, then his back started playing up, and that's to this present time has sort of been going on for over 2 weeks now. So yeah, we've kind of taken a bit of a hammer in, and in boat life obviously that makes everything a little bit harder. Sort of like especially getting water, getting the shop in and things like that. So yeah, it kind of reminded us about health and everything and living on the water and how we really need to take care of ourselves too. We're going to go and visit the flight of locks and the aqueduct and kind of see what it is that we're up against. And so as we understand it, the Marple Aqueduct is actually known as the river in the sky, and when you see the footage it's only too easy to see why. It's absolutely stunning. The Marple Aqueduct was completed in 1800 and it's 24.7 metres tall, a structure carrying the Peak Forest Canal over the River Goyt. It was designed by engineer Benjamin Outram and it features 3 stone arches spanning 100 metres, making it the highest canal aqueduct in England. A Grade 1 listed landmark, it highlights the remarkable engineering achievements of the Industrial Revolution and offers scenic views of the valley below. as you can see here, it's pretty high when you look down from it, and what's beautiful is how much vegetation, how much forest is actually below it, rather than it sort of just going, you know, looking down and looking onto sort of like cars and roads as you would normally expect to see. And there's a huge amount of bird song around here. It's absolutely amazing to just stop and listen to. You'll see another bridge to the right hand side, and this one actually is higher. I'm not sure how high that one actually is, but that one is for carrying trains across.
Nice to spend the day and night with it.
Yeah, could do. It's quite nice here, isn't it? It's quite peaceful, isn't it? It pretty much says what the red one said, isn't it? Lined with puddled clay.
Yeah. It's got a nice view.
What, down here? Oh yeah. It's quite spectacular, isn't it? You know, when you think how long ago it was built. Nice to see all the greenery as well. Yeah, what do you say? Late 1700s being built. If it was done then, yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if one of these mooring spots was empty when we come through for a night or two, wouldn't it? Yeah.
See you, look.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's about 20 goslings easily over there, if not more. There's still some behind the rushes as well. Oh, they're all off. They're all off. There's loads of them. The parents obviously don't mind the other pairs being around their goslings. A bit different to the other ones that we've seen that have been quite territorial. Gosh, I've never seen so many in one go. Marching them all up the hill. Little legs. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not a goose. It's a bit brutal, isn't it? Having a good wash after, look. So what farm did you say it goes under, the tunnel? Hyde Bank Farm. Yeah, it's weird it going under a farm, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, birds allowed here. Look how pretty that is, Bly. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, it is now, right? see how tall that is. That's the one that the trains go over. Really tall. There's a drain in there. God, it makes you wonder how on earth they got all the bricks up that high. Didn't have your high abs and that. That's not got a number on that side, so I don't know if that's the numbered sort of like 1 or 16, but that's the first one that we'll be going through. God, you smell the wild garlic round here, it smells lovely. Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't say what long number it is on here. Guess it was in the far gate. There's the next one. You see it's quite on the one after. Oh no, the other side of the second one. You see it's quite steep. This truck was a bit temperamental. Ooh! Don't shake your shoulders. Oh. No, so you put your feet on it when you're opening and shutting the gates, so the concrete and falling on your bum. God, it must be absolutely stunning here when the sun's out. I'm surprised there's not some benches and stuff along here. Yeah. Like living on a boat and that, some people have gone on there. Well, like we have, you know, for the quietness away from people in general, but some people just don't want to talk to people full stop, do they? So... yeah, these were all really easy ones to do, look.
They're not going down.
No. And the next one's only up there again, so they're all pretty close together. See, some of these, if not all of them, I ought to be able to, you know, if nobody else is coming down, I ought to be able to set them and you might be able to go straight through. You know, instead of mooring up between. Like on the Ashton, remember? Might be able to do that because these are even closer together. Oh, can't see him now, he's gone. Oh yeah, they've started numbering them now, look, for... got your very own waterfall on that one, look. I wonder if that tunnel will be drippy. I don't think it's long enough to be, is it? the tunnel back there that we go through under the farm. Yeah, that last one we went through wasn't. Oh, you can see them up here as well, look. You see it looks like it's getting steeper. Yeah, that's what? Oh, what's that? Is that stones? That's odd it's in here, unless it was an old building. No, there's not enough in here for it to have been a building.
It's leftover stuff from the lock, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. There's loads of little bug houses round here. Look, looks like rhubarb. It's not, but look, I don't know what that plant is. Looks like rhubarb.
Just wondering how they managed to push these with their high heels on in the 1700s.
Yeah, yeah. I know they would have in their stockings and God knows what, the blokes, wouldn't they? Look, it's nice as a bench, look. While you're on there filling up, I'll be able to sit and have a rest, look. So that must be the rail line that goes up over that other bridge by the aqueduct. Can certainly see why so many people say the peak forest is beautiful. It's just, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the amount of bird song that's going on is just incredible. It's beautiful. We get woken up about 4:30 in the morning sometimes and hear it, and yeah, but it doesn't bother me getting woken up by it because it's just such a beautiful sound. So I don't know what sort of birds are around here. I'm guessing it's just sort of like your normal blackbirds and things like that. I don't know. I don't know a huge amount about birds. I will get a bird book really. You can see here as well, it's almost like one of those picturesque sort of little canals, woodlandy type places that you see in kids' fairy tales, you know, with the weeping willows and everything. Absolutely stunning. And it's really quiet on the towpath today, which makes quite a change. So just sort of like come in and just having a quiet little stroll is absolutely amazing. It's just so peaceful. Bly's still not well, he's had a virus and so he's in bed. And so yeah, I was getting a bit of cabin fever, so I've just come out to have a wander. So what I'm going to do today is walk up to the tunnel that is the next one that we'll be going under. I forget which one it's called, but it's one that goes underneath a farm, and the other side of that then, quite close after, would be the aqueduct, and we'll be mooring up near there on our next move. It's quite a big old building there. I don't know if you can see that through the trees. So I don't know, it looks almost like industrial or an old school or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's quite close to the canal side. Nice little path on the road to nowhere somewhere. I don't know where that goes up to. Just looks like it goes into the woodland. There's a sign up here, so we're going to have a look and see what it says, because I'm not sure if this is the tunnel I'm coming up to now, but I might be talking about the aqueduct or something. I'll go and have a look now. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, there's wild garlic along here. You can actually smell it. And the sign says Hyde, let's zoom in a bit, Hyde Bank Tunnel. So Hyde Bank, I remember now, that's actually the name of the farm that it goes underneath. So that's the tunnel that we'll be going through on our next cruise. And it's a bit of a strange one really, because it looks like the tunnel goes straight through, which obviously it does in a straight line, but then the bridge takes you over it this way. You can see it sort of bending around to the left, so I'm not sure exactly how you get down to the other side onto the towpath. We'll go and have a look. Ah, this is really pretty here. I'm just walking across the bridge part of the tunnel at the moment. There's another little tunnel ahead of me. Dog poo bag. Why people just dump them and put it in a bag, I don't know. But we're going to have a wander up through this tunnel here and see what the other side of it is, because we're not that far from the aqueduct now. Go and see where we come out. Looks like it's coming out onto some sort of road, but it looks a bit more like a track actually. Fields over there, car park in front. Not sure where I am now. Ah, so you can see if I zoom in, the sign there, Hyde Bank Farm. Sorry, I've not got my reading glasses on, distance runs on, can't see it very well. But yeah, that's what the sign says. So I'm not sure where I'd go from here unless I went up through there to the right and round, and then maybe that brings you down by the aqueduct. But we'll find out soon enough when we get onto the next cruise and we go through that way and through the tunnel. If it wasn't for traffic that you can hear, you'd almost feel like you were going into an enchanted garden. That's what it kind of got that feel to, you know, like the ones in the kids' story tales as you go through. But it's like the traffic's just gone now, that's just stopped, and straight away back into peace, back into tranquility again. I think I'm actually going to go and sit on that bench for a bit before I go and sit back, walk on back to the boat. It's quite hot actually. It's the sun's out, but it was quite humid today, so now the sun's come out, it's really warm. So yeah, I'm going to go and take a short break. Oh God, I'm tired. But and then I'll see if I do any more filming on the way back. If not, then I'll just insert this into another video. Yeah, no wonder I could smell wild garlic when I was walking up earlier towards the bridge that goes over the tunnel. Can you see that? The path down there is absolutely lined with it, and I was just walking the other side of the wall, so that explains why I could smell it so much. Yeah, another problem you can have, obviously going by the canals, the midges, and I've just passed loads that were just hovering over the canal now, and you can see this poor horse is absolutely being plagued by them. So yeah, they're problematic like that, and you know, they get into your boat through your windows and stuff like that if you've got the lights on in the evening. So they're pesky little things with all their biting that they do. Somebody thought I had something to feed them. You're honking. No, bored, she hasn't got any food for me. Oh, 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 that made a jump. Oh, somebody's having a fight. Oh my. Oh, oh. Bit of a territorial thing going on here, I think. gorgeous. You can hear all their little peeping noises. You can see here as well the different sizes of them. There's some bigger ones and smaller ones, so it's obvious that they're from different clutches. Well, one goose wouldn't be able to hatch all of those anyway, obviously, but you can see that they've obviously not all hatched at the exact time frame, because yeah, there's definitely some that are bigger than others here. Look at them, absolutely beautiful. Oh, I can't stand up. Yeah, I'll go and get them some more bread a minute. Yeah, it was like, bought one loaf for us and one loaf for the birds. So just as well, I stumbled along at the right time. Don't you get hissy? But yeah, it's just, I just find things like this always such a privilege, because they're so trusting, you know, because obviously being birds, they're, you know, they're prey. Well, obviously you get birds of prey, like, but yeah, but geese are prey obviously to foxes, badgers, things like that. Well, and people as well, because unfortunately, you know, I don't know about over in the UK, but I know in Canada, where the Canadian geese obviously originate from, they get shot during migration a lot. So you know, the farmers shooting them down because of eating crops and things. So yeah, it's a shame, but so I hope all of these survive, because you know, there's quite a few of them, and you know, at least they've got quite a few adults to keep an eye on them, because there's more adults in the field as well. But you never know with them. It's you know, it doesn't take much to pick them off when they're this age. Obviously they can't fly yet, and the parents can only do so much to defend them, because when I had geese as pets, even my big gander was killed by a fox. So it's you know, it's surprising what they can take. So little guys like this won't stand a chance. You know, especially not running away on those little legs as well. They might be strong little legs, but yeah, they're not going to move them that fast when they're on land. Right, I'm going to leave them be now.